It's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Tiny. So it is, excuse my morning voice, it is 10:54 a.m. and remember, like I said, it usually takes me a while to wake up in the mornings, get my voice and all that sounding normalish. So it is... I'm a little embarrassed. It is the September 10th is the last day of the Rising event. I've been dealing with my friend still being in the hospital. I've been dealing with work stress, financial stress, all that. So I've been having to do a lot more self-care than focusing on this, which is why I am now down to the wire, almost literally, to do this event. So I'm so sorry, but we're gonna get into it right now. So it is in Limsa. And we're going to teleport straight there. Okay, and go this way. Go to the After Castle. An adventurous ambition. The wandering minstrel is in search of inspiration. This quest is available for a limited time only. Well now, if it isn't my adventurer friend Tiny, it could only be a blessing from the navigator that we should meet again here and now. You see, I have been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform this rising. I have a mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? I am truly grateful. During the rising, we remember those we lost in the calamity, even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. It is my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there is no better place to talk in Limsa than the Drowning Wench. Let us first seek out that barkeep Baderon and see if he has aught of interest to share. Oh, come on, what's the harm? What's the arm? You'll get yourself... That's the arm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so bad anyway, Richa? There's this place I need to go to. The problem is, the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those I sign up. If I let someone who's clearly unprepared head out there, and they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it caused the guild's reputation. So ye can forget about signing up till you're older. Much older. But it has to be now, during the rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? Comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home. The little smile she gets, like, mm-hmm, suspicious. Is everything well? Sorry you had to see that. The little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, and I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. He doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do ye reckon ye can keep an eye on Richa? I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. The timing of the rising seemed to be of the essence to that little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let us ask her about it. I'm in your debt. Now, the city's nearest exit, the Tempest Gate over by the After Castle. I suggest you begin by talking to Clindral, the sentry yonder. All right. Let's see. Tempest Gate. Oh. This way. Oh, it's a lot of like firecrackers and stuff that they sell. The lowlands of Lanasia await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. At Badaron's behest, you say? As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Mikote peddler, though at a glance one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade, Ayoyo, outside, and I expect she stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. There we are. Kid's bigger than me. Well now, if it ain't the good minstrel and our kindly helper. Pleasure to see the two of you again. What brings you out here today? So Badaron sent ye after the little one? I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Richa, was it dearie? Even without others telling ye, you ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that you want to do so badly that you'd risk your life like this? There's something that I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. We understand that you have your reasons, Richa. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? Without a dispensable adventurer at your side, with a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. But I don't have any money. And what adventurer would want to help a child anyway? Why, our friend here, of course. I'm going to say you can count on me. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense for Richa's stead. While a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for a song, above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You'll really help me? Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for ye, but as a client, there's something ye need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is you need, and it'll be able to help ye all the better. The place I want to go to is the lighthouse here in Lower Lenasia. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear there during the rising. They're supposedly lighthouse keepers who passed in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the undead. But there's got to be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Ashan's torch is the only one as civilians can still get to. Don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. That's outside of a skirmish anyway. Being a canyoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. If we run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. Alright. Goldie's almost done. Our little timer is almost run out. So, what's your name, adventurer? Tiny Bishie. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Ashan's torch, and we'll see if the rumor about the ghosts are true. Alright. A light that ever burns. Richa is chomping at the bit to set forth. His quest is available for a limited time only. Are you ready to go? As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench and apprise Baderon of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt, will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Right, to begin with, how about we head east to Madman Bridge? It'll give Racha a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, so take care ye don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine, don't worry. Let the adventure begin. Alright. Get my little reindeer. Look, a river, and there's some sort of strange animal. We sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I take it you've never been? Actually, I have. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents passed in the calamity. It's all right. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun. That'd be Limaine Shoals, is it? I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren, in case you wasn't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Cha's from, I'll have one o' me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let him think she's missing. Right then. Next, we'll make for Ashan's embrace. Up this ear ill. Take it slow so ye don't wear yourself down. I always think it's so funny how super small I look on top of the Gobu. Look how tiny I am. Big ol' Gobu, and then little tiny little me. Whoa, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. This bridge was built where a tidal wave thundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorathea, that's the headmistress, said that we Lominsons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you? Do you like being an adventurer? I don't want to be anywhere else or anything else. That's what I thought. When I grow up, I hope I like what I do as well. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorathea said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone and... I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Racha's got something she needs to get off her chest. In wanting to verify the rumor, mayhap she... there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. Take a drink real quick. Hopefully that helped my voice somewhat. That there's Ashan's torch. One or two lighthouses here that were named for gods. The lighthouse keeper is a bloke named Ross. Oh God. Rosinze. You can ask him about ghosts and anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper? So about the reason why I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you want to prove the rumor wrong. You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. Aye, but part of me wishes the rumor were true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going. Whoa, the sea's frozen in a splash. Amazing. This area was hard hit by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of Dalamod came crashing down yonder. They say it caused ether to gush out over the land and crystallize all at once. At that time, I was with Miss Barathia. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I don't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother. I keep going up, I think. Yep. It looks like the horse just went off the cliff. He's like, no, bye. Well now, if it ain't Gus, what brings ye to the torch? Poor guy's dealing with a bunch of little smalls. Ghosts during the rising. For all me years as a keeper, I have not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a specter. The father and mother weren't ghosts after all? But I must say, it's a surprise to see Ratoa's little girl here. Your parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. They had charge, the man's rising yonder. A ring yonder. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers and grizzled ones at that just to deliver supplies. If If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me at Limsa Lamensa during the calamity and passed in the tidal wave. Why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report. But your folks did everything they could to protect Ilim Layan's ring. They built the breakwater using anything and everything they had on hand, but in the end there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't pass in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. I see. They were really noble souls, like Miss Dorathea said. But if I could choose, I wish that they were still here. This is just a thought. But how would ye like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know I'd be glad to share with ye. I'd like that very much. Aw, she's all excited. Good morning, Tiny. I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my father and mother used to be. For the longest time, I felt as though they had abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time, so I could ask them why they had to go, and to tell them that I miss them. I'm gonna say, I understand how you feel. In the end, there weren't any ghosts, so I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others, like them and like you. I've always been taught not to look directly at the sun, and you see so many video games where they're looking directly at the sun. I'm sorry. I know it's a nitpick, and it's supposed to be like this beautiful moment, but oh my God. So thank you for bringing me here. Cute. I've said before, but Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of cute little, like, events like this. Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorathea won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect. In which case, a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it that Richa gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks afterwards, eh? You seen you, Tiny? Okay. Alrighty. And that's gonna be over here. This is basically where we got our little cryo. I believe last year is when we got cryo. Oh, welcome back, my friend. Was young Richa able to find what she sought? I just realized his name was Reno. I saw the Turks, but I didn't realize what else it meant. Hi, sir. I'm almost done, okay? So her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents, who were taken by the calamity? Sir, you are right up there. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it's impossible for us to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Tiny, not only for granting Richa's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? Yes, it comes to me. A verse for all who strive onwards, this day and every day. Greetings, Warrior of Light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. For long years, we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I have been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. To learn from successes and failures both and forge ahead with humility and serenity. Or sincerity, not serenity. This is what I have resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolve to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that upon this journey of life, that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. Panzer's just wanting all the pets and attention right now. I keep forgetting my little Lala has freckles. Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song, a song of journeys fulfilling. In the gleaming gold the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls. In silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart, to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memory's refrain. I have no doubt that you, the Cha, and a yo-yo shall give rise to a great many more tales. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships, and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength, a beacon to light your way in the darkness. Yay! Sorry, my shoulder's been acting up again, and Panzer was just out of reach, so I was having to like stretch out my arm to pet him, and he's on my bad side. So it was causing some pain trying to pet him so that he's satisfied with the petting. Because if I don't pet him, quote unquote, enough, then He'll continue to bother me and even bite me. Or claw me, so. Whoop. Not companion. Man. Wind up. Gold Wool Jaja. Designed in the likeness of Gold Wool Jaja, this Mamet was created to commemorate the 70th anniversary of his ascension as Dawn Servant. It would seem that those Mam-Ulja who journeyed to Eorzea brought these units with them with the intent of impressing upon the locals the glory of their kind. Okay. What does it even look like? I'm curious. Oh, that's what it looks like. Okay. All right. I have so many of them now. Yeah, let's bring back Cryo. I like the Cryo one. It's cute. Alright. So that's all for the Rising event. So glad I got to finish this event with Tiny, and oh my god, even though it's last minute, I apologize. Like I said, I have a lot that I'm dealing with right now, but I'm just glad I got to finish this all for y'all. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. That's gonna be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. What's a good oh, let's do a flame salute. Alright. Bye.